Welcome to Swolehammer. As we dove deep into the Gallowdark and Kill Team, and now eagerly await 10th edition 40k, we decided to shift over and try out some games of boarding actions. And even at a couple of first glances, we realized that Kill Team could learn a lot from this 500 point format of 40k and really help the longevity of Kill Team. Note that before we get into this, I will say that some of the things that Kill Team could learn from boarding actions are general 40k rules and others are specific to boarding actions. Just letting you know, I know in advance. Now let's get on to the list. First up, performing actions. When you do actions in Kill Team, like some sort of mission specific action, it requires an APL from your operative. Then if they have more APL, they can pretty much do whatever they want. While in boarding actions, if you do an action, you pretty much can't do anything else or the action fails. We like the idea of doing an action hard ending an activation for one of your operatives. It fits thematically and function wise. One of your operatives doing an action in a terminal and then they can't just shoot right after. It kind of makes more sense to us and has the proper high risk, high reward playstyle and theme that we have from Kill Team instead of everyone feeling more like Superman than they should. Next up, and going into spicier territory, let's say replace equipment with enhancements. In our opinion, equipment just didn't land right in Kill Team. They skew sometimes too heavily into how good a faction is or have no impact at all, while also being one of the easily forgotten elements during actual gameplay. Another issue is that a lot of the equipment lists have been min-maxed, so instead of real choice, equipment selection has become homogenized. This reminds me a lot of World of Warcraft's talents. An easy fix? Reduce equipment to just your leader. So this will work like in boarding actions where you're pretty much giving an enhancement or in other games a relic or artifact to your leader. That's it. One choice, easy to remember, and makes your key piece feel impactful. Another topic that is hot for a lot of people, and that's less restrictive list building. While we have less stake in this, it's definitely something I agree with that Kill Team's list building is incredibly restrictive and honestly annoying at times. Majority of your actual choice is taken away from who you take as opposed to what weapon they hold. Since the launch of Kill Team 2, this is probably the biggest turnoff that really shunned people away from Kill Team 2. Let's be honest, people really like having Terminators in Kill Team. It's hard to balance, but I definitely think that boarding actions is a better example of having fun list building, but has clearly stated limitations. Something Kill Team 2 has struggled with its paragraphs of text syndrome. A quick one here, charging requires visibility, subtle yet sensible. In boarding actions, you require visibility to charge an enemy unit. This is not the case in Kill Team, shockingly. This is definitely something we'd like to see in Kill Team, even if it is amusing to see your operatives zip around 20 corners across the board for a charge. And lastly, streamline line of sight and cover. The most maligned element of Kill Team 2, and probably still is, line of sight required 2 videos from Games Workshop to explain how it functions, and it still didn't even scratch the surface. While there are more elements going on in Kill Team that have to do with line of sight, cover, and visibility, I do think that boarding actions hit the nail on the head with just keeping it simple, having clear diagrams to show what can and cannot be shot, what gets cover, how that affects what actions you're trying to do. Similar to the list building point, I think this would take a complete overhaul of the system and would probably need to wait till Kill Team 3.0 for this, but it's something that needs to be addressed just for the future of Kill Team. So that's it! In the end, what Kill Team can learn from boarding actions is pure simplification. Many elements of Kill Team are overtly complicated for complication's sake. While we do like Kill Team a lot, many of these things like equipment, line of sight, and cover drag gameplay to a complete halt at times. So let us know your findings in the Gallowdark and how that Kill Team could learn from boarding actions, or if you play boarding actions or if you haven't, let us know your thoughts on these changes that we suggested. As always, this is Rafiq from Swolehammer. Stay swole.